Yeah. And we are back with the LPC Podcast. I am part of your hosting team. My name is Marc Fazon.
And I go by comedian Silas. But I'm like, Teddy, the favorite comedian. Hey, I'm being petty today because he ain't here, man.
Hey, man, listen, shout out to Teddy in his absence.
Yeah.
That nigga, the only nigga I know who had an actual voicemail with his name on it. They're like, he's like, yeah, this is Teddy. Teddy the comedian, your favorite comedian's favorite comedian. I was like, bro, what about a job, nigga? What are you doing?
Since he here and I'm going to be petty, you know he done lost all that weight.
Mm-hmm.
How come he ain't get his neck back, though?
Shut up, bro. Don't do that.
He ain't here.
He not here to defend himself.
Hey,
so
man, he ain't here, man. Ever keep going in, man.
You do that. I don't make fun of people if they
petty.
not there.
I'm being petty.
He got to be here for me to roast him. But yeah, shout out to Teddy. Get back soon, brother.
Yeah, he want to be light. I'm going to say this. That dude want to be light skinned so bad.
He got light skin tendencies.
He really do. He has super light skin tendencies. A voicemail in 2024.
It's crazy work.
That nigga probably had R&B music playing in the background too. Talking about freak me, baby. Yeah, this is Teddy the comedian, your favorite comedian.
What was the thing? The grind on 107.5. The late night R&B music was the grind. I think
where they used to play that. What was that song? With the no words.
Yeah, he definitely got that off of it. Hey, that song, that instrumental was fire though. That instrument was fire. I don't know who was behind it. I don't know the name of it, but it was definitely a banger.
That's what he had in the background.
Nah, he ain't all that. But we back. So much has happened. I gotta ask you a question.
Okay.
It was a question that was asked on Twitter, so I gotta bring it to you. The question was, what's the wildest thing you've seen a girl do or happen, and you still was like, I'ma still hit?
I was stalked.
You was stalked. Okay.
This was my college days.
Okay.
This was kind of early internet days where they had, I don't even know if they had dial-up all the way, to where, they didn't have cell phones where you could text and things like that. I think pagers might have still been relevant.
Okay.
This girl would leave letters under my door, like, where are you at?
Oh, wow.
Just crazy stuff like that.
Being stalked before cell phones is crazy work.
It was like we was in minimum security jail, man. We had pay phones as our house, as our floor phone.
But in college, that's pretty normal, though.
Yeah, but that's what it was like. Somebody had to, hey, you got a phone call for such? Like, that's how they would do it. Or niggas would just not even, they'd knock on your door and keep going. And if you wasn't paying attention,
hey, you missed that
your
call.
mom was just sitting on the line, just right there.
That's crazy.
For hours, not knowing what's going on with her baby. That's hours away. So, she would leave letters.
But how did you know she was stalking you, though?
Well, this is what I'm about to get to.
Okay.
So, what
did she own a trench coat and some sunglasses?
Well, nah, I gotta get to it because this is how she stalked me.
Okay.
And I gotta get it. I gotta paint the picture. School ended. So what I did is I asked the RD, the resident director, could I keep my stuff in the dorm? Because he was like, the dorm is closed. I said, can I keep it there for an extra weekend? Because we were going on a trip to D.C., the ROTC program.
Right.
We were going to the Pentagon. This was actually, I want to say this was in 2011.
Okay.
Right before 9/11.
Oh.
I want to say that summer before 9/11
Wait,
hit.
you said 2011?
Or 2001, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm about to say.
That was 2001, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm about to say that. I would have been in school. Yeah, it was 2001. I'm sorry. Wrong date.
Yeah.
2001. So, he let me do that. I stayed the night over at one of my fraternity brothers' house that night. Nobody knows I'm in town, right? So I go to the dorm. My mom is on her way. I believe she had a cell phone at the time because she was able to call me and let me know she was getting close.
Okay.
So just be on the lookout. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for, my mom to pull up. So she's pulling up. As my mom is walking to the dorm, for me to open the door and greet her. Now, mind you, nobody's on campus, but just me and the resident director.
Right.
My mom's walking up. Out of nowhere, the stalker walks up. introduces herself to my mom.
Wow.
How you doing? I'm such and such. Me and you need to talk. I'm like, what? So I played it off. I was like, Mom, just pull your car around back. That way I could just, get all my stuff through the back part.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to like load my stuff in the car.
Right.
Buying myself time. Now, what I didn't say was this girl was like a 3rd or 4th degree black belt.
Ooh.
So I'm keeping my distance because she didn't already kick somebody's wooden door off the hinges prior to. Now, I'm just telling you this how crazy this chick was before.
And you knew about this going in?
I found out later. I found out bits and pieces after. Mm-hmm. Long story short, let me tell a side story real quick. I stayed the night in her dorm one night. Mm-hmm. And, she felt on my thing and was like, ooh, that's you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
That's that good compliment right there.
But we didn't do nothing.
Okay.
But ever since that time, she was on it.
Right.
And I'm like, well, you ain't doing nothing. I'm not really on you. I don't want to be in a relationship or nothing.
Right.
I'm just chilling. So I started getting these stalker vibes. She would talk to my fraternity brothers about where are my whereabouts, where is he? So I'm just giving you all the details now. So my mom's pulling around the corner. Now I'm like, I'm keeping my distance because I don't know if she's going to karate kick me, chop me. So I got a nice little distance in between.
Right.
Just in case I need to run. Because I don't know. I ain't trying to. I don't want nobody like taping me getting beat up by this girl. Like somebody pulling out their VHS. Because you gotta think back then they ain't had a cameras.
Right.
So you had to pull out the VCR, the big VHS cameras.
It was a lose-lose because if you fought back, you was a woman beater, and if you lost,
I was gonna take an L.
You was gonna take that L.
She's like I said, a 3rd or 4th degree black belt.
Okay.
So, I'm like, well, what do we need to talk about? You know what we need to talk about. Never mind. And she gets in her car and just pulls off crazy. So I'm thinking, wait, in front of your mom? Well, my mom's pulling around. She's pulling off. My mom was just like, who's that? And I was like, man, I don't know.
Quick question. At this point, have you guys slept together?
No.
All this over just a rub? Over the pants rub?
Exactly. So I'm starting to think about how this person knows my whereabouts. Mm-hmm. In this story, my fucking fraternity brother.
Oh.
She calls his phone. All he had to say was, I don't know where he at. He in Columbus right now. Right. I don't know where he's at.
Right.
This nigga did me like Smokey on Friday. Remember with Ice Cube, with Craig?
Yeah.
He's like, where Craig? Oh, he in the house with me alone. That's how he did me. Yeah. Oh, he in the dorm. So I talked to this idiot, man. I said, why didn't you just tell her? Man, I don't know, man. She called my phone. She was asking for you. I don't know where you was at. I just said, he in the dorm. I don't know. Leave me alone.
So did you ever find out why she was upset?
No. But her last day in West Virginia, I'm putting the college out there. Her last day at school, we was at a party, and she kind of was like, I want to link up with you. That's how I ended up smashing. This was like maybe 6 months later.
So she showed you all that crazy. He was like, hey.
I wasn't on her then. Mm-hmm. I wasn't even on her, but I knew this was like her farewell. Mm-hmm. Like she was saying goodbyes to everybody. Yeah. It was just at a party off campus. Mm-hmm. And she kind of was like, well, what you getting into? And I'm thinking, well, I need some pussy. What's up?
Right.
And where did I smashed. I think I smashed at her dorm. Mm-hmm. No. I smashed over at her crib. It was something like that at her crib or something.
Okay. Was it good? Because, crazy women got that good stuff.
Fire.
Okay, yeah.
I had to keep checking to see if the condom was on because I thought it was so wet. I could feel it through the. I remember getting in trouble, Jesus. But it was so wet. I had to feel it through the condom. Oh, but man. I hit one time, and I wish I could hit again. Nah, but seriously though, it was fire. It was fire. fire.
The crazier she is,
Yeah.
the better her coochie is.
But
there's a correlation.
yeah, it definitely is. I shouldn't have went that route, but I had to. I had to see what was up with
Right.
it, man. But yeah, I was stalked in front of my mom, confronted, and I still
Still
took the bait and still did it. What you got, man?
So my story's a little different. So it was a young lady I met through a homeboy, and she was like, listen, she had got out of a relationship, and I had just got out of a relationship too. So she's like, I ain't looking for nothing too serious. I just want somebody I can kind of hang out with, and this was before situationship was a term. This was back then, maybe 2012, 2013, maybe, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we meet at a kickback. So, because that way I want to make sure she felt safe and everything. I'm big on that. So I met her somewhere at a public place. It was at one of her friend's house. We vibe and we having a good time. Conversationally, I'm pretty dope. So she rocking with me.
All right, how you said how long was y'all in this situationship?
I'm gonna get to this. So we met the first time we met.
Oh, this is when you first met.
I first met. Like I said, yeah, I first met. So like I said, so my homeboy, she was a friend of my homeboy. So she worked with my homeboy's girl at the time, and she was like, "Oh, bet." So he showed her a picture. She said I was valid. I saw a picture. She was cool. I was like, "All right, let's get it." We link up. We talking. After we talk, whatever, right? I don't know if she had a car or not.
So he showed a Polaroid because I know. Was this
2013, 2012, 2013.
So this is early cell phone day.
Yeah. So cell phones, yeah. So we had social media at least. So Facebook.
Earbud is going out. I'm gonna take mine.
I'm gonna take it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had cell phones anyway. So we had Facebook pages and everything back then too. So it's all gravy. So we meet at the spot, and she was like, "Oh well, listen, why don't you just give me a ride back to my place?" So she has a place downtown. I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's like one little high rise. I'm like, "Oh, you must have got some money because I ain't never seen nobody with no high rise." It's a really nice building. So I go upstairs, and when I walk in, so this is the first time we meet. We first link up. Like we just shooting, but she feeling you, boys.
This downtown?
Yeah. So we go downtown.
Oh,
so we met at over by the Children's Hospital area. So she had a friend that stayed over there, but we went back to her crib. I gave her a ride there. I don't know if she had a car or not. I don't remember, but she invites me into the crib. I get to the crib. So she opens the door. I walk in. I saw the messiest house I've ever seen in my life. The messiest house.
Like, you got to describe, though. What did it look like? What was messy about it?
I couldn't see the carpet because it was clothes everywhere. So I don't know what color her floors were.
It was like a hoarder's crib?
Yes. She had dirty dishes piled up in the kitchen and everything.
That's disgusting.
Bro, it was crazy. So she was like, "Oh,
so you don't even know if she had carpet or if it was
I don't know if it was hardwood floors or not."
It was
like
that much.
It was.
She stayed by herself too.
Yep. It was like a one bedroom. I don't even know. I
I
never even saw her bedroom because like we only hung out in the living room. So we sitting there, right, and I'm looking around like, am I tripping? Like this is how bad it was.
How normal was she when she just is like have a seat?
She act like it wasn't there. Like I was
just stepping over everything.
I thought I was crazy because I'm like, did she not see this?
Did she tell you to take your shoes off?
Nah. But this is what I knew was bad. I look, it's a one bedroom. She has a small, she has a decent sized living room, nothing too crazy. I look in the living room. There's a whole piano in the living room. I said, "Do you play?" She said, "No." And that was the end of the conversation. She never addressed why she had a piano in her living room.
Okay.
Bro, and I was like, so she was like, "You should get comfortable, stick around."
Did it smell in there?
I can't even tell you. I didn't stick around long enough. So that first night, I left, right? I'm like, man, this is crazy. I told my homeboy, he's like, bro, she seemed clean at work, and every time I see her, I'm like, nigga, that was... So we texting still. And she was like, well, come back over this week. Hold on, let me, don't ask questions yet. Let me get there. So I'm thinking, okay, well, listen, the first time, she didn't know I was coming. So this time, she gonna be prepared. She gonna have a room set up for me and everything. So she gonna, get her stuff together. So I'm like, all right, let me give her another chance. I show up. So we were talking about this. This is a show called Happy Endings, a hilarious show. And she was like, why don't you bring your DVD over? We can watch it together. I'm like, bet. I bring the DVD over and I walk in. The house is even dirtier.
So she was prepared for it to be dirty this time.
Like and then she's like, you hungry? I'm like, nah. And I'm not like a overtly clean dude. Like I do what needs to be done.
That's terrible.
I'm not like a clean freak. So for me to say this, it was bad. I was like, bro, this is crazy. And
How was it dirtier this time? though? What?
So she had moved some clothes off the bed, off her couch, and she had like
That was her claim.
she had like one of them couch beds, whatever. So you could like, so she pulled it out. So we sat in the bed and watched the movie, whatever. So
this nigga stayed though. Think about how crazy this is. He stayed.
I was down bad, but I had nothing. Why I had been in a committed relationship. I was new, so I didn't know the rules of engagement at the time. So I'm in the bed, whatever, watching the show and everything, and it took everything in me not to sleep with this girl because I was like, nah, I just can't. Like I was, man, if I pull my dick out, it's gonna get bed bugs in my hair and stuff. Like I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not doing it. So I didn't sleep with her, but I stayed the night.
Okay.
But I slept with my clothes on, like completely.
Right, I would have
fully dressed.
Jacket and everything.
I may have took my shoes
Nigga,
off.
did
Maybe
you shake your clothes when you left?
I showed the heck did. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Now, after that, because I didn't sleep with her, she blocked me on everything because I didn't sleep with her. So I never got the chance to smash. But if she had just straightened up a little bit, I would have gave her some. I didn't even hold you. I would have gave her some. She was cute. She was tiny and everything. I was like, man. But yeah, that
you gave her a chance.
I gave her a second chance.
She must have been bad.
I gave her a second chance.
You gave her a second chance.
But once again, she didn't know I was coming over the first night, so I gave her the benefit of the doubt. But when I said that second time, there was dishes. I mean, the sink was full of dishes.
This nigga stayed the night.
I was like, bruh. And I was hungry too.
Was she rubbing all on you and everything?
She kept trying, like she kept like saying she was like, laying on me and stuff like that. I was like, ugh. So yeah, so to this day, I never know why she blocked me. Like, cause it wasn't like I didn't do anything wrong to her. I was always cordial, but I just was not interested in sleeping with her because the room was the dirtiest thing I ever seen in my life.
So Dirty Diana, we want to find out. We want you to put in the comments like why you didn't have your room or your house clean,
and why did you have a piano and you didn't play, nigga?
Second time that Marc came over there, he wanted to give you the meat.
I was trying to give it to her.
He was trying to give you the meat, and you see what you did. Yeah, you made your crib even worse. So the dirty dishes. How long you think them dishes have been in there?
I can't even tell you, bro. Like I don't know what was inside her fridge. Cause I said every time I go over there, it was always night and it was dark. So I never saw the light. So her place had a bathroom that was like you know, they had so her apartment had a bathroom, but they had a bathroom that,
you use a restroom?
Nah, nigga, I use a bathroom in the hallway.
You might as well piss in the sink outside.
I'm
you
like,
might as well
bro.
piss in her sink with the dirty dishes.
And like to this day, I hit my homeboy. I'm like, bro, man, you remember that chick? And he be like, hey, man, my bad, bro. That's on me. I'm like, nah, nigga. Cause I said, this is my homeboy, Mike. This is my nigga I did a lot of two-mans with. And every time it was always something crazy. Like when I first broke up, like I had been in a committed relationship for like 5 years. So I didn't know. I didn't know the dating world like that. And he would just take me on all kind of adventures. Like he would take me to this thing. It was New Year's Eve. And he was like, hey, bro, we're going to go to this event. We're going to go to this little party. Get dressed up. I got dressed up, went to the party. It was at a hotel. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I walk in. It's a big girl party. Every girl in there is 250 and up.
They actually have those?
They have them.
I've never heard of that before.
I had never heard of it
either.
either.
You heard of that before, Misha?
And it was a whole thing. So we get there, and every girl is a big girl. They're pretty young ladies, bigger girls. No shame at all. However, that's just his thing. He liked bigger girls. So all the girls was in there, and he just in here living his best life. And I'm sitting at the bar like this. I don't even really drink, but I'm just sipping on a drink like, okay. Like he would just take me on all kind of adventures. Like we went to like Buckeye Valley or whatever. Like he would just take me to these places, and it would be all kind of shenanigans. And I would be like, bro, like I remember one time his girl went to Princeton, the swingers club, and he was like, bro, you coming with me? I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go with you there. I'm not, because like my thing is this. Somebody see me in there. It's really hard to explain how you end up in a swinger club if you're not swinging.
Well, how long? This is probably way before marriage and everything.
Yeah, this was 2012, 2013. Like I said,
even if you go in them type of spots, from what I hear, I just heard it's normal. Like they say, it's people like public figures in there that's in there chilling.
And that's all good and well. But my thing was, like I said, I was heavy in my church. If I walk in there, bro, it would.
But check it out. If you see somebody from your church in there, they can't say nothing.
Can't say a word.
They shouldn't be in there either.
This is true.
So what they gonna say?
This is true. So to this day, I've never been inside that club. I don't know. I don't even know if it's still open or not. But like
I think it is. Yeah. I think people still go. I'll tell you something off the record, off record that I think I know somebody that goes to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say they're a comedian. That's just all I'll say.
So the comedian that I like, one of my OG comedians, his brother was friends with this guy Mike, and he would actually be there too. And I'm gonna tell you the story offline too, because I say because he, you know, his brother is funny, dude. Well, yeah, that's wild thing. But speaking of marriage, I got another question for you then.
Okay.
So a guy made a video about this. He said him and his wife are happy. They've been married for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
They've had their ups and downs, like any married couple or any couple at all. And he made this whole speech, and at the end of the video, he said, "Listen, if things don't work out with me and my wife, I'm never doing this again." And the comment section, all these people not married or not in relationships, I'm, oh my God, he hates his wife. He don't love her. Oh, red flag, red flag.
They've never been there before.
Oh yeah. All the married people was like, nah, I get it.
Yeah.
So, as you've been married 10 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you, if heaven forbid, knock on wood, something happened when you in court, would you ever do it again?
I'm gonna take a long way of answering this.
Okay.
I look at it from the perspective of like single people aren't going to understand that, because they probably have only been in a relationship for maybe a couple of years,
right.
if that. Most of it is situationships. Most of the time we're dating in a polygamous type of way. We just don't know about all the partners involved.
Right.
So they may not understand the inner workings of when you're married. You don't really know you love somebody until you hate their daggone guts.
Yeah.
You know, and you deal with the ebbs and flows of, like, one of my fraternity brothers is married 20 years. And he said, after you get 15 in, it's about survival. And I was like, survival from what? He said, I'm going to live a few more minutes than she is.
That's his goal.
That's what he said.
Just to outlive that bra.
So I would say I tend to agree. If something happened or if things didn't work out, which I don't want to speak that into fruition, but no, I'm never, ever doing it again.
Right.
I'm never putting anything else first. I'm being completely solo. I'm going to be what do you want to call it? Right?
You gonna be
I
George
don't want
Clooney
to say
out here?
gigolo, but I would be a whore, like a whore, and just enjoy myself. And then I would probably get married again right before I get on my deathbed. Like,
oh wow,
like just to have you take care of me in my elderly years.
Yeah.
But that would be the only time. I'm just saying this. I think that marriage is really. I don't think that we realize that marriage itself is for those years when y'all need to live to depend on each other, and I think we overlook that.
So you're saying that getting married young is just foolish.
I just think that you're gonna deal with a lot of, especially in today's society, you got to deal with elements that our parents and our parents' parents didn't have to deal with.
Right.
Like social media.
Right.
You have to have social media has so many implications on your marriage. Like, if you don't post your relationship status, like think about it like this: if you never mess with your relationship status, your wife might trip because she gonna think you still saying you single out here. You see what I'm saying? Or if you don't post when y'all go on y'all's anniversary dinner or something, and you don't post a comment about how nice the anniversary was or something, like, you might get in trouble over that, which is a whole nother element. You like a girl's picture because you might be cool with them. You might know them, but their ass and titties is out.
Right.
You just happen to like the inner being of this person. I'm talking BS.
Right.
But you like the picture, and you get in trouble because why you liking this girl's picture, this random girl's picture with ass and titties out? I'm not speaking from experience because I just don't like any women's pictures of anything of the opposite sex because I don't want to get in trouble. But I've had my wife bring it to me about other people, like, look at him, he a married man, he all over her page. And I'm like, well, thank you. Let me note that down so I know not to like no. And so serious. So again, social media gets you in trouble. So because of all of that, I would just be a single man.
But to caveat that, like I said, they didn't have to deal with social media. However, they also had to deal with people being abusive, the wife not working, and she
you don't
had
think that still goes on now?
It does, but once again, it's women have a little bit more options now, and they have jobs, they have their own career, so they don't have to stick around and be like I said, men back in the day would have a whole family.
They would across the street.
Yeah. You show up as a baby on your doorstep, like, hey baby, that's your baby, that's our baby now. Like what? So that kind of stuff would happen. So. And women stuck around for that. So, or women having kids by multiple men, and the man raising the kids. So all kind of stuff happens. It always happened. But for me personally, I agree. I would never do it again. I'm one and done.
Why?
Because once again, marriage is work. It's constant work, and I don't think people realize that. Like you constantly have to work on yourself. You constantly have to self-evaluate. You constantly have to do check-ins. Like quiet as kept. I do check-ins. I be like, listen, are your needs being met mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually? Like sometimes I gotta check in, make sure she climaxing and stuff like that. And if she not, I need to know so I can make some adjustments. That level of caring for another person is unnatural.
It is,
and it's scary and it's hard.
But y'all gonna get to the point to where if you come before she do. Oh well, I'll get you next. Y'all gonna get to that. Y'all gonna get to that point too.
Yeah. See you next time. Hey, should have got me first. But once again, all those things are ebb and flows of marriage. But I think it's one of those things like people who've been in long-term relationships, have lived with a partner. Like Erica's never lived with a man before, so a lot of stuff was new to her. And for me, I lived with a woman for 4 years, and then prior to that, I lived with my son's mom. So I was used to living with women.
It was new for me too.
And I was like, like I said, we don't get into arguments a lot of time because stuff that be big deal to her. I'm like, all right. She's like, oh, I want to decorate this way. I'm like, okay, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like so having that balance works out for in my favor in the sense of that. But I would never do this again. And then one of my homegirls was like, she's like, well, listen, you can't do that. You can't.
She's like, I ain't never get married.
Hey,
never.
And I'm not mad at nobody. Like when people say that, I'm never getting married, I'm never having kids, I don't judge them. Hey, at least you know. Kudos to you.
There are pros and cons
to everything.
I know we talk about, like sometimes we may talk about, me mainly, things I go through off record. Or I might have jokes, or Mark might have jokes about our marriages in particular. But I will say there are pros and cons.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to get ready to get out of here. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We love you guys. We couldn't do it without our executive producer, Misha.
And shout out to Teddy. Hopefully
Teddy,
get in the next episode. We're going to make sure he's all right.
Get back soon, brother. My name is Marc Fazon.
I'm comedian Silas.
And this is the LPC Podcast, and we're out.